What's going on, guys? Welcome back to a new video. In today's video we're going to be going over open low high close and open high low close. All right, so let's just hop right into it. So when we're coming into a bullish example, I want you guys to start off always in the higher time frames, right? Because a lot of people always get confused and they don't understand the draw on liquidity, right? And I feel like this video is not going to be like my previous open high low close, because again, I did already upload a open high low close and open low high close video, which ended up getting 10k views, which is pretty cool. But again, I wanted to make this video a little bit different. I wanted to make this video a little bit more advanced and how you can use these things to your advantage. So to start right off, what is an open low high close? When we're bullish, price will always do what? We'll probably open here and then we'll do what? We'll probably accumulate and then we'll manipulate. This is what I want you guys to focus on. This manipulation area is your key levels. This is where you're going to find your fair value gaps, right? Your higher time frame fair value gaps, right? We're going to be manipulating into a higher time frame key level, right? So we have accumulation, manipulation, distribution, retracement, expansion. And that is your open, low, high, close. Now let's go into it in a bearish example, right? Again, when we're in a bearish example, you'll get your open. We'll start to accumulate right here. And what are you gonna see? You see your accumulation, manipulation into a key level, and now what are you gonna get? Your distribution, your retracement, expansion, and then you get your close. And another key tip when you're looking to long, if you are bullish, you are always looking to long under the opening price, right? Because anything below the opening price is a buying opportunity. Okay, when you open, you always want to be buying again, and your setup, your breaker for value gap setups is always going to be around here, around the wick on the daily time frame. This is like we're talking to the daily time frame. You're always going to see your buying opportunity below or at the opening price. And if you're looking to sell in a bearish market condition in an open high low close, you're always looking to sell above the opening price, right? So you're looking to sell up here. 2 p.m. same thing, open low. Now you understand where the draw liquidity is, right? Of course, this has to align with structure. So let me put you in a scenario where structure aligns with open low high close and open high low close. Okay, so what are we looking to find right here? What do we see? An open high low close, right? So when we're looking at open high, what are we tapping into? This bearish fair value gap. So let's mark this out as a SIBI. We're marking this out and we're just gonna put this here, bearish fair value gap. This is on the daily time frame, right? So what do we want to see here? We want to see accumulation, right? We want price to go, oops, sorry, this is the, let me go on the 4 hour here. We're looking to see some sort of accumulation here, manipulation higher, distribution, retracement, expansion to the downside, right? So let's take a look on the 5 minute to see how we look. Look at this, beautiful. See how there's an accumulation, there's your manipulation, there's your distribution, your retracement, and you get that beautiful expansion, right? And then you get that close right there. We can target equilibrium of the previous range. So if you grab this entire range here, what are we targeting? Equilibrium, right? That was the target for that day. You're grabbing the intermediate term low, the low that was put in before giving you that big move higher, and you see that rebalance there. And now you have that open, high, low, close, right? You get the accumulation, the manipulation, your distribution, your retracement, expansion. And it is what? Any selling opportunity is going to be, again, in a bearish structure, and any selling opportunity is going to be above the opening price. And you get a short, all again, we sweep this, the buy side up here, and then you get your retracement short, all above opening price, and anything below it, price is just sinking, right? And you see that this is a premium. Anything above the opening price is a premium. It's a selling opportunity, and the target of this day was a rebalance. It was back to equilibrium. This is how you can understand open, high, low, close, right? So you have to understand where the drawn liquidity is, right? So based off of the drawn liquidity of this day was equilibrium. So based off the drawn liquidity, if you want to be bearish for the day, you want to see price accumulate and manipulate higher first into a key level. What was the key level? This imbalance on the daily, and sweep some sort of buy side, right? And then you get the delivery lower, right? Again, this is not the most A plus perfect example, but this is what you can see, and this is how you can study price action. And this is just on the daily time frame. This is happening within every hour as well, every 4 hours. Well, now let's go and see a bullish example. Okay, so as you guys can see in this beautiful example, what do we have? A bullish candle, right? We have an open, low, high, close. For this example, we're gonna have, what do we have? Sweep of sell side liquidity again. What are we tapping into? We zoom out, we're tapping into a daily BISI, right? Which is your buy side imbalance, sell side inefficiency. Tapping into this BISI, tapping into this order block, what do we see? A rate on sell side, which is previous day low. And what is the target? This unfilled FEG, daily imbalance. So we're gonna put daily FEG, right? Or daily whatever. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna make a video on how to understand external to internal liquidity and internal to external liquidity. But for a brief explanation for the sake of this video, internal liquidity is considered your fair value gaps, okay? And the external liquidity is considered your swing lows, okay? By swing lows, I'm talking about previous day low, previous session lows, so on and so forth, right? And I'm gonna get more in depth, but that's not what this video is about. But for the sake of this example, external got taken first, so we're gonna go back to internal. So what do we see? An open, low, high, close. Let's take a look inside. What do we see here? Again, open, lower, and look how the candle opens, right? The candle opens without a wick on top, meaning what? This is purely manipulation on a higher time frame. And what do? Manipulation lower, sweeping all this buy side, all this sell side engineering to then getting that displacement higher, right? And then we get that retracement, and then we get that expansion higher to what? The unfilled imbalance as a target, because we went from external liquidity back to internal liquidity. And this is how you can see your beautiful accumulation, manipulation, distribution, retracement, expansion. All the buying opportunities is below the opening price. For longing, anything below the opening price is a buying opportunity. Open, low, high, close. All right. Now you can see how we use open, low, high, close. Perfect. So now that you guys got the basics down of the daily time frames, now we're going to go on the 4 hour and show you guys how this works as well. Now for our last example here, we're going to be using the 4 hour time frame, and I'm going to show you guys how you can apply this during your New York session trading hours, right? So if you guys trade futures and you're trading New York session, you're going to look for 10 a.m. open, okay? So because it happens every 4 hours. So we have 10 a.m., 2 p.m., 6 p.m., so on and so forth, right? But you only want to use basically the 10 a.m. candle and the 2 p.m. candle because New York session opens. Again, you don't really want to be trading after 3:30 or 3 o'clock, right? Because most likely, yes, there is power hour, and yes, you could really catch some really nice moves during this time, but most of the time, daily profile will be already done by then. And yeah, again, I only like to trade daily profiles and then something mechanical, right? Besides that, I don't really try to catch anything within power hour, all right? So as you can see, we have 10 a.m. open lower, tapping into an imbalance, sweeping some sort of sell side, and then the target was London session high, right? And then we get the high close, open low, high close. This is worth 4 hours of price action, right? So if you can determine the manipulation that happens at 10 a.m. open, this is going to tell you then what the next 4 hours are going to look like based off of the open. So once you see that manipulation lower, if you're bullish and you see price open lower, you know you can be bullish for the next 4 hours until the objective gets met. The next 4 hours could be bullish if the objective of the day hasn't been taken. But if the objective gets taken, therefore you can no longer be bullish, right? And by objective, I mean the drawn liquidity, okay? So as you can tell, we have London session high here. We open lower. Let's take a look inside. How does this look? What do we have, right? We open lower, sweeping sell side liquidity, and then we get the high and then the close. What is the target? London session high as well as previous day high. So let's take an even further look inside of this. Open immediately lower into where? Sell side liquidity and into an hourly imbalance, right? Because we tapped into this hourly right here. Beautiful. We're gonna mark this out. BISI right here. Beautiful, right? We tap into a higher time frame first, and then we get that beautiful delivery higher. Again, your accumulation, manipulation, distribution, you get your retracement, and then your expansion higher. Of course, as you guys can tell, this move, we have a lot of low resistance here and low resistance here. If you compare it to the other examples, you see very fast and displacing price action. This isn't the best example when it comes to a lower time frame, but again, the whole point of this is not so it can be undeniably clear, and I'm not trying to show you the best examples ever. I want you guys to be able to go and back test and do this on your own, right? I'm just looking at the 4-hour chart and saying, okay, this is super clear. Open low, sell side gets taken, tapping into a higher time frame, a 4-hour BISI. I believe the drawn liquidity is higher. Now, is this aligning with the daily profile as well, right? Now we add daily profiles in it. We have a seek and destroy day, right? So now 10 a.m. is aligning with my seek and destroy day. And now it's all a matter of finding your entry, right? And finding a good trade, finding good price action. If you don't get good price action, we're pretty choppy, then most likely you're not going to trade, right? But as you can tell, the drawn liquidity is higher here. So what do we get? Do we get that full delivery to previous day high? Let's see, there it is, right there, right? As you can see, the drawn liquidity is higher. But do we get beautiful delivery higher? No, we get really choppy price action, even on the lower time frame, right? So you want to wait for the best setups. But this is how you can understand where the drawn liquidity is, where the manipulation is, and how to find the best setups. And again, this is just strategy, right? You have to implement your entry models. You have to implement a whole bunch of other little things that take place, right? A whole bunch of little rules that take place. But this is the biggest thing in understanding where the market is mostly likely to go based off of the manipulation moves, right? So the fact that you can understand where the manipulation is, you can understand where price is actually going to distribute to, right? You're understanding where the rake is being taken place. You're understanding where the markets are faking people out, and then everybody gets stopped out and the market leaves everyone. Once you can understand the manipulation, that is all you need to understand the distribution. Now it all comes down to you being patient, waiting for a good setup, and actually following your rules and doing it consistently. Don't over risk, don't over trade, just be patient, trust, and surrender to the markets, right? With that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Again, pretty straightforward. I gave you guys a little few tips and tricks on how you guys can use it and understand it from a daily perspective and a 1 hour and a 4 hour perspective, right? You always want to wait for that first initial move. If you are bullish, you want to see the daily candle open lower or the 4 hour candle open lower, and then you want to see a high close. Understanding this concept, guys, is going to help you with the foundations to your trading, right? Because when you're bullish, even on the lower time frame, if you are bullish, let's say on a 15 minute, right, or on a 5 minute, you always want price to run lower first, tap into a key level, take out some sort of sell side, and then give you a run higher into your drawn liquidity. If you are bearish, same thing. You want to see price go away from your drawn liquidity and then give you, again, tapping into manipulation, sweeping some sort of buy side, and then go into your drawn liquidity. If you wait for these things and you do it consistently and you don't feel FOMO, and you don't care whether the market leaves you or not, because there's going to be times when the market leaves you, it just doesn't give you an entry, it doesn't give you a manipulation leg, and that is completely fine. If you stay strict and disciplined with yourself, you will see this happen so many times. All right, other than that, I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. As always, my free Discord link is in the description below. You can come in, join. We have charting sessions almost every single day, as well as psychology. Other than that, I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace.